Sup tubers, it's Ella back at it again with another YouTube video. Today I'm with
Kylie.
And we're doing a story time and it's pretty interesting. It's about how we got stalked. So subscribe and like this video and let's get into it. Okay, so Kylie, just start with a little backstory.
Okay, so Ella has an older sister named Olivia, and Olivia can drive, so we were like, we were all bored, so we were like, let's all go out to eat. So we went to this place that had like outdoor seating. I don't even know what it was called, but anyways. So we were just sitting out there.
Village Girl.
Yeah.
The one next in like Grandin, if you guys know where that is.
So we were just sitting out there and we were eating our food, and then this guy walked in and he just kind of like gave us like a weird look.
He was like a middle-aged white guy, and like he kind of had like a dad bod, like he had like the beer gut, and it was like kind of gross and stuff. His head was like shaved sort of. It was like a military shave. He was just like giving us super weird vibes the whole time, and like we were just sitting at our table outside, and like when he came in, he was like table for one, and then we're like, okay, like he's just eating, that's not weird. But then he was like, yeah, and outside. So then like they seat him outside at this table that is like halfway, like there's like the deck out there, we're like here, and he gets seated over there. He asks to move, and they're like, yeah, like sir, like where do you want to move? And he's like, oh, I was staying like over there, like under one of those umbrellas, even though it was dinner time and it was like getting dark outside. So we're like, why do you need an umbrella? But yeah, he like moved near us and like sat under an umbrella. He didn't like do anything the whole time. He like ordered his food and he was like sitting there, but like we were just kind of like blocking him out the whole time. We kind of like brushed it off.
Yeah, and so then we paid for our food, and then we like kind of got up to leave, and then we noticed that like he like really like rushed to finish and like pay for his food or whatever. So we were like, okay, and then we just like walked back to the car, and then this guy got in his car and was just kind of sitting there like right behind us.
He was like parked like right beside the building, and our car was like a little farther because my sister's really bad at parking, so she didn't want to parallel park. But he was parked like right next to the building, so like we had to walk past his car to get to ours, and like I didn't want to do that, so I just like called my dad, and we like stood outside the restaurant talking to him, and he said that like he was gonna come, but like the best thing for us to do was just like walk to the car, and like because it wasn't like dark outside, but it wasn't like sunny, it wasn't like middle of the day. But so yeah, we just like walked to her car.
Okay, so then we got in the car, and like we called her dad back, and he was like, I think it's fine if you girls just go ahead and start driving. And we were like, okay. So we started driving, and we noticed that he's following us. He's right behind us.
And I'm like such a baby, so I was literally like shaking, and like they were trying to be like, oh, like it's fine, like it's not a big deal at all, but I was freaking the frick out. All right, y'all, like.
Yeah, we were like, maybe he's just like going in the same direction as us. But like as we got like closer to her house, we were like, okay, this guy is definitely following us. So Olivia like tried to like lose him and like tried to go on like all these different roads and stuff, but he kept following us. And so eventually Olivia just like sped up really fast and like got ahead of him and was able to like lose him, I guess.
And like so, Kylie's house is closer in than my house, so we were like, okay, like we just need to like get somewhere as soon as possible and like stop like playing around because like it's kind of scary now. So we go to Kylie's house, and like everything seems fine because like it is a neighborhood and her house is kind of farther back in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and my driveway also goes like this, like back to my backyard and like my back garage. So I was like, Olivia, go down to like my back garage so like if anyone drives by they can't see your car. So like if he was following us he couldn't recognize us. So like that's what we did, and then we went inside and like we got our biddies on and we went to the hot tub,
which is like near where her car is, so like it's also in the back of her house, so like he couldn't see us there either. So like we felt pretty good for a while because like we were like, okay, like that was like a creepy night, but like it's over now. But it was not over now because so we were like sitting in our hot tub, and like honestly we were like still like having a good time though. Even I was like freaking still terrified. But, like, they were just kind of, like, reassuring, like, everything's okay, like, we're fine, like, you can't see us now. And, like, her mom and dad were home, but, like, they were asleep because it wasn't even that late. It was only, like, 10-ish, but, like, her parents were asleep, and, like, her brother was gone, and so it was just kind of us out there. We were just chilling. So then we hear a car pull in, and we're like, oh, like, that's just Kylie's brother. But it was not. it was his car. So we call her brother, and like, well, you were on the phone with him. What did he say?
We were like, Grayson, we're pretty sure this dude that was following us earlier just like pulled into our driveway. And he was like, no, like, it's probably one of my friends because they're always like at my house. And we were like, no, like, it's not. And we were like, we don't want to go inside because he might see us, but like, we don't want to stay out here. And he was like, just go through our basement door, which was like right next to the hot tub. But it was locked, so we couldn't get through.
Yeah, like, thanks a lot, Grayson.
And so we were like, when are we going to be home? Like, we can't go wake up mom and dad because we can't get in. And so he was like, okay, I'm coming home. And he had like 2 of his friends with him. And he was like, just wait there and like try to get in if you can. Like, call mom or dad or Hadley to see if she can like let you in or something. Hadley's my little sister. So
we're like chilling down there.
We were just like trying to like hide kind of the best we could because we were like kind of scared. Well, we were scared. We were just waiting for Grayson to get home, and
yeah, so we're just like sitting out there, and we were like all really scared, so we weren't like even having a good time anymore. And the hot tub was really hot, but like that was like the only place that we felt safe. But like we still tried to get out and like go around our house to like see if we could sneak to the front, but he was parked like right in front of our house, and so we couldn't. So we just like went back into the hot tub, and we were just like in there, and we were trying to be quiet, even though like I feel like he was in his car, so he wouldn't even be able to hear us, but like still. And so then, scariest part ever, we hear a car door open, and I'm like, oh shoot, y'all, like, this is where we die, like, this is it. So, Kylie is, like, calling her parents' phone, and they're, like, not answering because, like, they didn't have their phones with them, which is, like, not a big deal, like, they just didn't have their phones in the room where they were sleeping, and her sister was at a friend's house, which we did not know, so that just makes it even scarier, because we were even more alone. And so she's calling her parents, and, like, they're not answering, so it's literally just us out there. We're, like, trying to like get in, we're like trying to find spare keys and stuff, but like it's all gone. And so then Kylie's like, okay, like I remember like we have a spare key, but it's like under this plant, like in the front of our house, like where like he would see me if I got to it. And I'm like, okay, but like it's fine, like I can just like run pretty fast up there and like
okay. So like Ella's like, I can do it. So like she sprints up the little hill thing to get to my front yard. And like the plant where the key was, it was like, it's not there anymore, so don't try to come to my house, but it was like a live plant, like it wasn't like in a pot or anything. It was like kind of like buried in a bush, so it was like gonna be hard for her to get to it without making a lot of noise. So she like sprinted up there and he like rummaged around and it wasn't there for some reason. He didn't take it, but it just wasn't there. And so she sprinted back down and was like, the key's not there. And then we heard more cars roll in, and it was my brother and all his friends, and then we heard like,
so like when I was up there, I like didn't see the key and I started freaking out, and like my first thought was like, oh my gosh, like the psycho took it. But like I couldn't see him in his car, but like the door was open, but it was weird. Okay, so the passenger door was open, and like I'm assuming he's sitting in like the front seat, but I didn't see him in either of the seats, so I didn't know where he was. So then thank God, like as I'm running back down the hill, like her brother and all of his friends are home, and we're like, holy crap. So then out of nowhere, we see this car pull off. I never even like saw the guy like get out of his car, get back into his car. I didn't even see the door shut. I just saw a car like pull away, which was his car. Mm-hmm. And all the brother's friends get there and they're like, where is he? Like,
yeah, they like run down the hot tub and they're like, all right, come on, you can come inside now. So we went inside. We just kind of hung out and we're like, okay, everything's fine now. He's not gonna come back, knowing that there are like a lot of boys here. My parents are here. Or whatever. So I was like, Grayson, make sure every window, every door, everything is locked so no one can get in. He's like, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna come back. And I was like, okay, just make sure.
Yeah, so that's where the story ends. I hope that's where it ends.
Who knows, we might be getting stalked right now.
So like if anything else happens, we'll update you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching. And anyways, yeah, see you guys.